Welcome to our wetlands restoration project. We have 3.6 acres of land with 3 giant ponds. Here's pond 3, and there's a causeway between 3 and 2, and here's pond 2. Trouble is, the causeway is blown out. Giant hole. And this causeway is not going to last through another winter. Huge amounts of water come flowing down here, through and right out into this hole. And in the winter time, if we don't do something, that's going to blow out and it's going to destroy the wetlands. It'll be hard to handle. So the water level is actually up to these boards quite recently, and we have lowered the water level to do a bit of clean out before we restore the pond. You can see where the water level used to be, and it's gone down about 2 foot. So this is shallow at the moment, except the bowl exit culvert of the bowl is actually over here in the northwest corner, all the way up here. So once the hole's fixed up, the water level will come up to these posts, and this whole bowl will be about 15 foot deep. An amazing habitat for fish and wildlife. So we'd like to restore it to its original beauty. And as we walk along the causeway, I've got posts which show the water line and how the water will be later on. And this is dangerous and will fall down if we don't do something about it. So that's a project for this summer 2023. Fix that up. But before that, we need to get all the biomass out of here, because that's going to turn into sludge. Too much nutrients for the ecosystem. So everything below the water line, all this will have to go. And it's a lot of biomass. There's some nice ferns in here, and trees. We've already started clearing out. Here's some paths. This is going to the southeast corner, where we have water from pond 1 coming down to pond 2, and a nice waterfall here. And this is flowing and flying in the winter time, 150 gallons per minute or more easily. Now, the new water line will come up to about here. So this will become the new shoreline after it's been restored, with the water line all the way up to here. And all of this will be underwater. It's going to look very different. Actually, yesterday this looked different. This is all thick like that. We've just been cleaning this out. So we are leaving some select aspects for the habitat. For example, here we have a nice tree that's been here for a couple of decades, and that trunk will become someone's house. Maybe a housing complex. Many people have their little... all the fishies will be happy there. And likewise, whatever we do in this area, we have till the end of summer, till the wet season, to make a nice habitat for the fish. There's a lot of shelves here. We're going to utilize the existing landscape and enhance that. A lot of water filtration plants like to be in 1 foot deep water, so the whole way around we have, here's the markers for the shoreline. We're going to have to secure the shoreline so it doesn't erode. And then all this area will be amazing fish habitat. I'm walking in now. It's slushy, And all of this was cleaned out yesterday, all the blackberries. And all of this was thick, will be underwater. Have to figure out what we keep, what we get rid of. Make a nice fish habitat with the natural shelves. Coming to the northeast corner. Here we actually were thinking of, it's very steep, so we might make some like underwater steps going into the water. And we have to sort all that stuff out before the water level comes up. Just take us up to the top of the bowl. And that's Twilight Cove. As we go over, we can see back towards Pear Alley. There's the blowout on the far side. And all this biomass is coming out. And likewise here, we have pear trees along here, and a quince tree and a peach along the shoreline. We've got the marker for water level. And then all of this, what I'm standing in, will be underwater. And it'll have to be cleared out. We want to take as much nutrients out as we can, because too much nutrients in the ecosystem can be bad. We're going to have to take all that sludge out as much as we can. And here we've got a nice traverse, probably the easiest way in and out at the moment, so we might use this as a shallow entry point into the water once it's done, but also for the traverse to get in there and do the clean out. Until here becomes the exit culvert, and then the water will flow down into pond 3. All this will be eventually cleaned out. We'll have to put some rocks in to make nice waterfall to stop erosion. And pond 2 will become just as spectacular and beautiful as pond 3. And a nice home for all the lovely animals.